Let's get some money. Let's plan and get some money. Dominic Alafaci from collinshouse.com is here. Dominic, good morning to you.
Good morning, Darren.
The overnight market, what happened?
It was mixed, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average rallying about 0.5%, and the S&P 500 was flat, while the Nasdaq lost over 0.5% on tech pullback, because people have been going into the tech market a bit too strongly, and people are now worried about it.
Because it went up so well too.
Yeah. Across the Atlantic, London's FTSE put on almost 1% to end the session at 10,736, with the French, German and Italian bourses all posting strong gains. Gold was up 0.5% to $4,070.80 US an ounce, whilst West Texas Intermediate fell around 3% to $89.31 a barrel, despite renewed hostilities in the Middle East. It went up higher than that. I think people overshoot and it comes back again.
It hit $100, didn't it?
For about 1 second, and then came back to under 90, $89.31. The $8 is slightly higher against the greenback, and is currently buying 69.79 US cents, with the ASX 200 SPY 48 points higher, pointing to a positive start to trading on Monday following yesterday's effort, where our market unfortunately dropped 0.75% to 8,772.
The lines are open, 133693. You say worry a little bit, but buy the dip.
Yeah. Volatility in markets has been around since Adam was a boy. So, investments will always fluctuate in value, which can be unsettling to new investors. So new investors out there, if you're in the right portfolios and you've got a good advisor, just take a deep breath and not worry. You worry a little bit. It's normal to worry a little bit, but don't panic. Remember, it's okay to worry a little bit, because most well-designed portfolios will perform well over the long term, because they've got their toe in the speculative water with the rest of the leg in more boring areas. So you're not going to, they don't put their whole leg into the speculative area if it's a well-diversified, balanced portfolio. And look, today, speculators are piling into the stock market as new technology opportunities exist. Like, there's no tomorrow. They overdo it a bit. Now they're pulling back because they don't want to miss out. They have the fear of missing out. And, for example, funding for the tech rage is also on the increase, with Blackrock seeking $12.3 billion US dollars, and they're going to pay 2.85% interest over the long-term government bond rate for this big data centre in El Paso in Texas. So it's beginning to happen. People are borrowing now money to fund the data centres for the IT rage.
So the boom.
Yes. So, look, if it works out, it'll be a great investment. However, if demand for IT falls, it might be a dog.
AIIT. There's a nuclear-powered centre over there,
yes,
they reckon.
There is. And they're building them with these little small reactors.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. The little Rolls-Royce ones.
Yeah. I'll tell you who loves AI. Boris Johnson.
Do you use AI? Do you love ChatGPT? I love ChatGPT.
He loves ChatGPT. He loves it. Shelby, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. I've just got an unusual question. I was wondering whether that oxygen thief who put the graffiti on the Balti Bridge, is there any action that can be put in place to recover the costs of its removal? Can we garnish his wages or inheritance?
Question. Yeah, good question, Sharon. I don't know about his inheritance, but certainly if he's convicted by a court and there's statutory fines that he has to pay, I'm sure they will, well, depends which magistrate you get, and assuming he's found guilty, then I'm sure that there's ways to recover the cost to replace or to refurbish the area he mutilated or some people
destroyed.
Some people love the art. I'm not
vandals.
Why don't they?
I loathe it.
Oh, okay.
We've got a thing called an art gallery if you want to do some art.
A very good point.
And that was quite a good facility.
It is.
I feel sorry for his grandmother. He went to court and said you're going to go to jail, or no, you can stay with your grandmother down in Geelong. So he was with her for a while.
But did he Did he get a fine?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but
hopefully that will go towards the reparation.
I'm with you, Shelby. Thanks for the call. To John, good morning.
Hello. Thanks very much for the opportunity.
How can we help?
I would just like to put it out there about the con job of superannuation and the way that the tax on the earnings inside your superannuation can be repetitive on numbers going up and down. So essentially you can have the same money getting taxed multiple times, subject to the whims of the market. This misnomer about how earnings up to $3 million only get taxed at 15% doesn't work out. I mean, if the markets go up and down repetitively, you can actually finish up paying 30, 45, etc. % on the same money, that there's no credits given your super account until such time as it gets back to that mythical balance at 30th June. And then the other big one, I guess, is this con job on the indexation on earnings over $3 million. That they only index in $150,000 jump, and it can take, my numbers are 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, John, I agree with you. What you're saying, I need to take a ticket at the deli like everyone else, wait in line to say what I really think. Because I've been conned I've been telling people to use super for the last 30 or 40 years.
Yeah.
And on the understanding that it was a quid pro quo. You lose access to the money if you salt it away for your retirement.
Yep.
And the benefit for that giving up of the money, the thing you're losing, is no tax.
No tax.
So they lied to us.
Because you've worked hard.
They lied to us. They lied to us. Simple as that. So the government, as I said, the Australian people, we can't complain about this because the Australian people elected a democratic socialist government. And I've said this a million times. Socialist government generally take from the haves and give to the have-nots.
That's right.
It's their reason for existence, one of the reasons. So there's nothing we can do about it unless you want to change the government, and you need to make that clear to everybody out there. Most people don't understand the lie, misrepresentation that has affected all of us now. So, John, I agree 110%, and I'm in the queue with everyone else at the deli with mine. I'm 96. There's 95 people ahead of me who want to complain as well, so you're one of them. Well done.
Thanks, John. To Josh, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Josh.
I'm moving to the US in about 6 weeks.
Yep.
And I've spoken to my bank who say I'm going to be charged through the nose for using my card over there until I can actually get a social security number and open a bank account. What's the best way to use my money before I can open an account in the States?
So you've got a bank account in Australia?
Yes.
Yeah, leave it in Australia. Don't just leave your money in your bank account and have your expenses paid out of your bank account in Australia. Simple as that. So when you got a bill, you just go to the internet and pay it from Australia. Usually you can do that. Look, the banks do, you're quite right, the banks do charge a fair bit, but that's probably the most efficient way in the short term until you can open up a bank account in the US.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How is it long term you're going over for, Josh?
Yeah, definitely. I've got a job opportunity over there, so I'm going to take it.
Great, good on you.
Yeah, good on you. Do you mind me asking what you're doing over there?
Actually going to be doing personal training still. I'm a personal trainer here, but I've got a chance to go to California and do it over there.
What, like a green card you've got to work over there?
Work visa, yeah.
Good for you.
And the other thing, Josh, before I forget, is you might want to pick a time when the $A is a bit stronger. It's not bad at the moment at nearly 70 cents. And when open up an account in Australia in US dollars so that you don't have to pay the exchange. You get a hit once on 10 grand, let's say, stick it in the bank, separate bank account. So you get hit once rather than all these little transactions, which is what I was alluding to earlier. Yeah. So you might get a HSBC or a national bank that you can open up an account in a foreign currency in Australia.
Yeah. Hey, West Coast, California, here I come. I'm picturing jacuzzis here, Josh. Am I on the right track here?
Not quite.
Not quite. Oh, right.
He's probably going to train fat people like me who don't go into jacuzzis.
I've just got a vision of Olivia Newton-John and an aerobics class being run by Josh.
How wonderful.
Have a good trip, a good time, a good change of life. Wayne, good morning.
You throw me off there, D&D. I've almost forgot what I wanted to ask. Hey, I sort of just went through an experience with getting finance for a new car.
Yep.
And so my suggestion to her was, get a loan and get your first finance, pay it off, and you'll have a good credit rating. So we started looking around and getting some quotes, and one finance company called us back, and the guy was almost trying to scare us, saying, don't get too many quotes because it'll go against your credit score. Now, surely it doesn't go against your credit score if you reject their quote, not they reject your quote.
Yeah.
Wayne, I think they're pulling your leg. I think
Really?
that gentleman maybe to inquire about a loan
will cost you nothing.
Yeah, and it's not recorded as a loan.
No.
To inquire for a loan and make an application, if they turn you down, I think there's something in what he's saying. But if you say, no, thank you, your rate at 10% is too high, I can get it for 8%, I don't think that can affect your credit rating.
Oh, good.
That's what I thought. It was almost like scare tactics to say, don't go to someone else and get another quote. Because he said, how many quotes have you had? I said, I've had 2 quotes at the moment. Don't do too many because it'll go against your credit rating.
Oh, he just wanted your business, Wayne.
Probably. I can't think of a reason why a loan that doesn't exist can be... No,
we weren't rejected. She wasn't rejected. She earns enough money. She had enough money. It was all good.
Good on her. What sort of car is she looking at?
Well, she bought it. She got a JQ Summit.
A JQ
one of the new Chinese
ones.
JQs. They call it the Temu Range Rover, and it's fantastic. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it come in at 29 grand.
Wow. Good on her, and working hard for it too. Good on you, Wayne. Thanks for the call. Dominic Alafaci's here. Paul, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Darren and Dominic.
Yeah, hello. How can we help?
Just a quick one. Yeah, if you're in your early 60s and you're want to set up an RIS, retirement income stream, that mandatory 4% drawdown, which is under the age of 65, what's the best way to increase that RIS when you have to take out that 4%, so you can still increase your living if you're basically keeping within that 4%? Let's just say
the 4% is the minimum. So if you need more, you can take out. Is that what you're asking?
I know that, but I'll be taking out the minimum, thinking whether it's better to actually leave it as a lump sum if I don't need it, or just draw it down over 12 months.
Paul, you're absolutely right. You should take the minimum out because the amount of money that's in your income stream is not taxed on earnings, and the withdrawals that you make are not taxed. So that's like the golden egg that the goose has laid. So we want to keep that till last. If you have other money in the bank or shares or property or other things that you can liquidate to cover your cost of living instead of the account-based pension, then I would do that. So I think you're on the money.
You're on the money. Well done, Paul. collinshouse.com. If you go to that website, where is the little box that says Ask Dominic?
Up the top.
Top right-hand side or left?
Top right-hand side.
Well, just look at the screen. You'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, click on that. Write me a little note and I'll contact you just as soon as I can.
Excellent. Much on today, Dominic?
Yeah, a lot on today.
Because we've got the footy out of the way.
Yeah,
our win was on Thursday night.
Wasn't it just me?
It was great.
Congratulations to the boys.
Yeah, it was good. Dominic Alafaci, collinshouse.com. Ask Dominic, click on that little box and you're in. I will see you next week, Dominic.
Looking forward to it.